HPD party, and can you present yourself, please?
My name is Sirman. I'm a professor of anthropology. I'm a feminist. I also belong to a group on women and peace, and I have been a member of this party since more or less its inception.
So how was born this party?
This party, the talk about what kind of a party we should have that would bring together people from the broad left, which were divided into factions, and as such was unable to have any position in the elections. They would have no voice in the general issues of the country. A search for this sort of a party started in 2008. The Kurdish political party has always been at the forefront of trying to establish such an umbrella party. In other words, trying to get all the opposition, but serious opposition. In other words, the opposition in the parliament is not a real opposition in our view, because they play more or less the same game, you see. So what we wanted to establish was a political party that would really pose a serious alternative, and that people would have this alternative to vote for. In about 2011, the People's Democratic Congress started to establish itself, and we moved from city to city, from locality to locality, trying to gather people who would want to take place in such an opposition. And then in October 2013, just a few months ago, we established the People's Democratic Party. And this is it, and we went into the elections. We didn't do very well in the elections for various reasons, and we managed to establish the party. The party still needs, we're still forming the party, it's still not finished. We have to be able to carry our project to the people to a much larger extent. We have quite a lot of work to do yet.
And you say us that you are also feminist, and we know that in Turkish the abortion situation is really complicated. Can you explain better?
Turkey is a conservative country. I mean, it's always been conservative. It's not just conservative because these people are in government, or the issue is the other way around. They are in government because this country is conservative. But what these people have been doing is they have redefined conservatism. You know, they have been able to enlarge the area where politics can intervene in everyday life. That's what they've done. So in 1983, during the military government, abortion was made free, and it was totally available. What these people have been doing for about a year and a half now is they have started to question the extent to which abortion should be free, the extent to which abortion is murder or not. And the Prime Minister, in fact, said in 2012, at the few last days of 2012, Turkish jets bombed a group of contrabandists who were coming back from Iraq into Turkey. 34 kids were killed by Turkish bombers. And the name of the place where this took place is called Roboski. And the Prime Minister said that basically Roboski wasn't murder, but abortion was murder. Oh la la. That's exactly what he said. So people went out, feminists went out on the streets, and they said, no, Roboski is murder, and my body is mine, which I don't agree with, but that's another story. I mean, there are discussions within feminism as well about, you know, what is our body? I mean, after all, I'm a social scientist, you know. And so we're feminists, but we are also social scientists. So what then happened was that there was this huge sort of uproar against this. Gezi Park was part of it. I mean, in Gezi Park, the issue of abortion was also raised. But now, what they're trying to do is trying to restrict the period during which you can get free abortion from 12 weeks to 10 weeks. But then, when you apply to have an abortion within your 10 weeks, they have, one of the things this government has done is to establish a very extensive health system. So you can go and get, medical treatment for almost anything. And this is partly why they're so popular, you see. But if you go and you try to get an abortion, you don't find, there's no place to tick for abortion. It's not on offer. And when you ask this to the minister in charge of health, he says abortion, having a baby is not a sickness. Why should I, list it with sickness, So it's become more or less impossible to get an abortion, although it's still supposedly legal.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.